It's like somebody tried to. Uh, it's like somebody. This. It's like this right here was important. Somehow this was important because it's too much energy. It was too much energy talking about it. I hear somebody saying he's comfortable. Ain't he? Not. I mean, what is comfortable? I've been going through this my whole life. The problem was with this. They manipulated something wasn't supposed to be manipulated. They swapped out somebody that wasn't supposed to swap out. They wanted to keep somebody stuck. They wasn't supposed to keep stuck. And that person, you can say it with me, knew it. So like, I ain't gonna play your game for your entertainment and to heal you. Cause you swapping up everything, you swapped up things that's gonna contaminate people. So it's like it's the test had to been somewhat sort of relevant for royalty. Royalty families keep certain things real quiet, and that test probably was one of them. Well, okay, that's understandable, but something royalty is something ancient. So they figured out a way to sabotage the test. All right, I don't know what the AVA stuff is, but then you got the destruction feasting. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're supposed to go in and like, our job from God was to go in the test and get some. So let's make an anime out of it. Let's say one of God's wives throws something important to God lifetimes ago in that test. And God get his kids to come back and get the pieces, get the parts. Well, they typically will swap energies. They typically would swap energies with these people to sacrifice them, not knowing the importance of the test and not knowing the importance of the energy taking the test. This energy that they keep swapping out, it could be a good person at first, but when you swap the energy, you take the energy from the original person that God gave it to, it's automatically gonna turn this person. And that person might still be a good person, but their body might not heal like it should. Things might not go right like it should. It's just bad karma gonna follow this person. It's just like you warping the energy, and you giving the energy to somebody else without God will and without God say so. So God like, okay, since you want to play God, let me show you something. You know, something like that. So I didn't never. People would say he's scary and this and that. No, I just know you've been killing folks. Here's the thing, bro. Why would everybody else that's participating in the test have all the information about the test except for the person that need to actually take the test? It makes no sense. I should have the information about the test just as well as everybody else. It's females that know how to do the test better than I know how to do the test. I know more about the test than I do. So, because it's a two-part test. It's a test for women and a test for men. Okay. And it might be a biotech, whatever. But either way it go. Either way it go. Like I said, you can make an anime out of it. You can say one of God's dark queens took something from God and threw it in this thing and said, go get it yourself, you know. That's the way I look at it. Go get it yourself. So, all right, okay, now let's look at my energy, the all that's in it. Okay, the all that's in it gonna doppelganger, it's gonna duplicate people. Like Naruto, gonna make clones. And then, okay, what's that's gonna do? It's gonna bring people toward these clones that's actually contaminated. Okay, now what that's gonna do? It's gonna make even more diseases in the world. Because all nationality is gonna go toward these clones because that one energy that's supposed to take that test is a high vibrational being, is a royalty high vibrational being. So it's gonna be woman or man, it's gonna be a frequency full of women or men or both. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the relationship coming toward this individual. So individual. So you finna read now. If somebody taking the test and then what happened is they inviting people to take this test. And that's where the destruction feasting come in at. That's where the destruction feasting come in at. So this person take a test. I can tell you this though, that's taking the test. I can say this maybe possibly with confidence. And if I'm wrong, I'll take this down later. All the guys' children, it wasn't whatever they were supposed to get out of the test wasn't gonna come to the last minute anyway. It's like being the last person in the club. It wasn't gonna come to the last minute anyway. And honestly, I could sit here and wait. Let's say I do supposed to take the test. I can sit here and wait. I see the two people that we trying to collect. Let's just say that collect genes off of. And I can just sit here and wait and watch them, actually. But I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, I can just watch them, you know. Oh, no, whatever. Whatever. This is weird. Whatever this is, royalty, is ancient, and it might be indigenous. I don't know. I call it the demon. I say it's evil from hell, and I cast the demon out of it. That's what I'd rather do to it. But that's just my own personal opinion. It's something important about it because all of the energy is saying no. But the problem is that it's gonna be two energies involved constantly. It's gonna be a good energy, it's gonna be a bad energy. Honestly, I feel like this test is for the chosen ones that's levitated in the dark and the light. That's vibrating of the dark and the light. That's who the test is for. But they was not supposed to invite people into the test. That's where the problem came in at. And then they invited, and you know, it's the typical thing that humans would do. They're doing it to make money. And then they had a little laughing squad and all that. That was all garbage for this test because it was a log philosophical test. It was actually a real genetic root chakra test. It wasn't nothing for nobody to really get into and laugh about and stuff like that. Because you literally, supernaturally, parts are being spun around and give it to people. It's an option. We got to be realistic about you hear the option. Oh, it's an option. You know, he says it's an option. Man, come on, bro. What is a rapture? Rapture would be what, an option? Ambulatory flow, what would ambulatory flow? I'm going to take this part off for you, take it to the store. Since you don't need it, boom. Take this to the store. I'm going to take all your parts from you. You can have these parts. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it's like in jail, item for item. Okay, we going to trade this off. You ain't doing it. You got the drawing ability? Okay, cool. I got the vocal ability. I ain't even using the vocal ability. But I like to draw. Let me just get your drawing ability, Leonardo. And you take the vocal ability. That's what's really going on now. That's why I said it's revelation. It might be revelation on a small scale for just this family, but you got to think about revelation. Y'all like-minded out there. You got to think about revelation. Revelation can happen on a mass scale of the world, or you can just do revelation in the main family in the world. Now that's powerful. You can do revelation in the main family in the world, and you can do rapture in the main family in the world, and rapture will actually mean auction. Rapture in parts, soup. Auction them all. Back to what I just said. I ain't using my vocal. Let me trade you these vocals for that audibility. So you just imagine that with the root chakra. Let me trade your spring for your lift. Let me trade your lift for your extension. Let me trade that. Let me get that for that sack. Let me get this. Okay, what this do? What the sack do? What all that do? Okay, well, it give you energy. It give you certain energy. It give you certain drive and ambition. It give you testosterone energy. Boy, that boy off the chain, bro. Y'all block me. You can't block me. You can't copy and paste nobody like me. You just looked crazy trying to do that. You on the wrong side of the field, bro. You on the wrong side of the fence. Then you go say, oh, he's scared. I'm scared as hell because y'all over there burning up each other and don't give a damn. That ain't normal. Sex is supposed to feel good. You ain't supposed to have to get high so sex can feel good. Woo. Watch out now. Knowledge, I'm telling you, knowledge is power, especially when it's ancient. You can't look this up, sweetheart. This is royalty stuff. They burned this. They didn't bury this under the churches. They burned it. Now, that's why God, his kids is here, trying to bring balance to the world again, because you forgot the importance. Now listen to this right here. Watch this right here. Actually, I ain't got nothing to say. I done said enough, but I'm just saying that's how it works. So it's like the test is actually, you gotta pass the test. But it was no point in me. You voided me out of my test. Like I said, y'all took me out of my purpose. I shouldn't have never got on here and asked for nobody. I shouldn't have asked for nobody help. I shouldn't have blown no whistle, nothing. All this would have been over. Because it was going good before y'all jumped in it. Now what else stopped everything? My damn apocalyptic flame. Destruction matter. Shit. It's just, they had to unhook us so it can even work in the first place. So I got all these things in the way. I got my flame out there on the other side of the field, doing God know what with the wrong people, mutilating themselves. Okay, and then what else I got? You got to worry about all that when there's option with the root chakra. You got to worry about that. All right, and my simple self at the time, I invited other twins of flames. Oh, why I do that for? It went from 5 Narutos to 100,000 Narutos. All right, now what? That was a problem. There's a whole bunch of Narutos out here. It ain't supposed to be but one. Now, what else happened? They started doing spell work on the Ted, converging and emerging spells. They tried to do the switcheroo before it was time to do the switcheroo. And what else happened? Y'all just kept going. They were throwing all the magic they could, bro. Trying to keep somebody's stuff to get $1, bro. This is more important than $1. When you need $1 this bad, you don't even need $1. You need to go get you some help. And what else happened? The contamination with new energy. What else happened? The list goes on, bro. It was just catastrophic, an absolute disaster. It was an absolute disaster. Y'all literally, I'm in my purpose. I walked in my purpose. If you go heal your generational curses, your personal generational curses, you're going to have your own personal purpose. Just imagine if you went through all that healing your generational curses and you walked into your own personal purpose and somebody out of nowhere that don't like you, friend, family, or ex-lover, and the new energy, never met you, just come and take you out the equation, call you all this monstrous stuff, and then sit there and be with each other, that's actually the monster. Oh, the headache was overwhelming. God told me to stop. It wasn't me being scary. God said stop. Watch this. God said this is yours. You're going to get it regardless. So I moved myself out the equation, and all y'all better people for the position, the one that we like better, the one that we look up to more, my nephews and nieces and uncle kids and whoever else, you still wasn't right for the chair though. I moved myself out the equation so you can have the chair, and the chair spit you out, burned you up, and still kicking you around. You look like a top on the ground. Oh, you look just like the one that's supposed to be there, but for some reason you suffering, looking like a fish on dry ground. Now, I pulled myself out of what I work for. Let me tell you something. It ain't right for a person like me to get out of the hell in the streets, be picked on when you get out of the hell. Regardless if you got out of there a man or a woman, they still gonna talk about you because they want you to come back. and you go through all that humiliation, you go through all that, it's all kind of different humiliations out here. You go through all that. You overcome all that torturous stuff that comes with the slums, comes with going to school. And you going to school, your one of your parents might be drug addicts, and your kids picking on you. And then your friends and your kids or your peers selling your parents drugs. You got to go through all that. And then you get up here, you beat all that. You pass your generational curses. And you walk into your generational purpose. And here come the bombs. That ain't solved nothing, ain't healed nothing. Not only are they not healed, they contaminated. See, here's the beautiful thing about healing your generational curses. Even if you are contaminated, when you start to heal your generational curses, the chances of you being non-contaminated after you finish your generational curses is high. Because you're going to start getting blessings. See, you stopped believing in a long time ago, so you don't believe in blessings. So y'all walk past all that. Oh, I fit, baby. I'm this. Let me call you up. I done blocked him out. I'm going to be him. But you're an absolute and complete and utter loser, dog. Straight up. And you're a child-minded individual. And any woman going to fall for you just as childish as you is. All y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of kids. I don't care how old you is. So, because you ain't passed I done passed the generational curses, dog. It's old people that ain't solved that yet. You got to respect it. That's high priestess shit. High priest shit. You have to respect it. You got me spitting out here. You got to respect it, man. You have to respect it. You ain't got no choice. You got to respect. I don't care. You want to crack your joke, make money off of it, and be a loser all your life? Good. Get over there in the loser section in the small pyramid. Get out the way. Now, so anyway, I walked into my generational purpose. I walked into my purpose after I healed the generational curses. Now watch this. So, this person did all this. We in Revelation, in a royalty family. This family could have possibly been the family that populated the whole world. Who knows? Probably one of the oldest royalty families in the world. Who knows? Just was moved from our natural homeland. Who knows? That could have easily been done, especially if somebody swapped the identity births, especially if somebody swapped destiny swap, especially if somebody you sold Jesus to Barabbas and swapped all the information. You put them on that boat and sent them over here to America. Could have easily been done. But thankfully, Africa is the person. So, watch this. So you're saying, oh, Genesis, you're going to start Genesis over. The women going through all these trials and tribulations. One of their hardest trials and tribulations is the test. They're going to give them a bunch of pictures nobody should have to deal with. And even the best women going to fail it quick. And you better believe it. So, if you go to Genesis, if you get to Genesis, and this woman make it to Genesis, past all them crucial, horrific tests, and this male get to Genesis, that done passed their generational curses and made it into their purpose, wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that sound more logical? Wouldn't that make more, a perfect synchronicity? Like, okay, if you're going to start the world revelation, boom, rapture, which is the option, boom, that doesn't happen, boom. Now you got two clean people over here that ain't worried about nobody else but one another, starting the world over. Now these people going to be blessed. These chosen ones finna be blessed by God. And the world going to get to see these people get blessed, while the outside of the world no longer getting blessed by God like that. The whole world gonna see the difference again, once again, that what it looked like when God bless you and when Satan bless you. You want to be on Satan's side, you're gonna stay burned up. You want to get on God's side, you're gonna stay clean. You're gonna stay good. You're gonna stay healed. You're gonna stay strong, and you're gonna stay beautiful. It's simple math.